I'm back. I've been over to the States for a while. It's stating. Anyway, great fun. But what we got today? Well, you got one of these, haven't you? Yeah, of course you have. You can use them for everything these days. Zzz. Anyway, enough of that. They probably come with a pair of these things. You've seen them. I call them cheap and nasty. Apple call them expensive. But I call them cheap and nasty because they don't really do what you might think they do. There's a big shortage of quality in here. You know, I don't mean the quality of the wire. I don't mean the quality of how they work. I mean the quality of how they sound. They sound pretty much junky. They sound like a tiny little speaker that has no frequency response and things like that. And how does that affect you? Well, the sound you're going to get in your ears, it's got no bottom end, it's got no sizzle at the top, it's got no mid-range, it's got nothing, right? Let's get rid of it. So what are we going to do about it? Well, as I said, we got rid of them. We got these new ones here. These are called Meze or Meze or something like that. M-E-Z-E. Yeah, M-E-Z-E. It's a bit hard to pronounce because I've never spoken to anybody that actually says it. That's just life. And it doesn't really matter how it's pronounced, it's how it's spelt. You'll find them. Anyway, when you flip this open, it's like opening a little clam. And inside you got these little headphones called 11 Deco or Deco. Again, it depends where you come from, and I'm sure in America or in the UK you'll say things differently. Of course, with a lot of guys, it's not just how they sound, is it? It's how you look, man. You got to be cool going down the street, you know. You know, the sort of thing. I don't look cool anytime, but you guys might do. And these are going to help you because they're not your average sort of headphones, you know, cheap and nasty things like them over there. These are pretty cool. Made of wood. Look at the picture. Now, as many guitarists know, when you're using headphones of any kind, it's a frequency response that matters, you know, and how high they go and how low they go. And it's just as important in small headphones like these Meze or Meze headphones. And you can't fix it if it's not there in the first place. So you do want to hear all your music, don't you? Huh? Well, most of these types of headphones, the really good ones, will go from, I don't know, 25 to 16,000 kilohertz. So it's 25 hertz to 16,000 kilohertz, which is pretty high up there. But that's not what the professional headphones do when you're over in the studio. So you're missing out somewhat when you use these tiny little headphones. Except with these you're not. Because these go, literally, it says here, from 17 hertz to 25 kilohertz, which is actually higher than the speakers I use in my studio out there. Now, one of the things that makes these little headphones into being really better than they should be is the magnets. You know, the magnets, you know, they're very similar to what you get in a speaker, really, except it's, well, in a speaker, but a smaller one. And these are those neodymium magnets, those really powerful ones. And I guess that's one of the enhancements that's come along and improved headphones like these quite dramatically, I would suspect. Now, they're only 3 milliwatts output, but don't let that fool you. 3 milliwatts when it's in your ears can blow your head off. The other thing is, these are 14 ohms. I've got a little cheat sheet here. So you get your 14 ohms in, they're going to work great in one of these. I've already tried them. There's not a few things I like about these as well. Where they sort of separate out into two pieces, one for each ear, they've got a nice metallized connector. Well, it's not a connector, it's like a shroud that stops the thing splitting further. Very nice. That bit of high quality there. The other thing I like, which is not that common on headphones, it's got a little microphone. So if you're using systems where you can use a mic, you can just press this simply, and it'll talk. Nice. The wood, by the way, is ebony. We'll zoom in and have a quick look in a moment. So if you think about these headphones, you could actually use them on a cell phone because you've got your little microphone up here. You keep the cell phone in your pocket and away you go. How's it doing? Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, very nice. Let's zoom in and have a quick look close up. And here they are, all very nice. Ebony wood, really well finished, I think. And if you go down the wire, you come to the microphone. If you just click, that's how you can speak. On the other end, we've got, once again, a pretty nice connector, non-standard, gold plated, pretty good really. Just before I do go, here's where the two headphones connect to the one wire. As you can see, very substantial. Now clearly it's impossible for me to give you a demo of these. They don't fit too well. Well, actually I suppose they would and the mic could fit, but it's not really designed for high-res cameras. So you just got to take my word for it. Now I'm known for calling rubbish. This isn't rubbish. These are actually quite cool. I used these recently as a little test, and wow, cool. So check them out. You need to go to MezeHeadphones.com. Yeah, it's as simple as that. And they do sell to the UK and America and everywhere else, I suppose. That's the way life is, isn't it? Yeah. So check them out. All rock and roll, and the difference it makes, man, is incredible. I have this running pretty much as loud as I can stand it, actually, and the volume's running at about, I don't know if you can see that, it's running at about 55% of where it could be. Rock and roll, that's what you want. And you do look cool too. I won't look cool, but you will. Rock and roll. Now one thing I've got to tell you is this review is not, I didn't buy these. I'll tell you straight out. I didn't buy them. They sent them to me to try, to review, to see what they're like. And I think they're pretty good. So it's a honest, genuine review. If they were rubbish, listen, I have nothing to lose either way. They're pretty good. So trust what I say. Check them out. You'll like them. They're really cool. And you get that volume in there, with the bottom end, man. That's what matters. Always remember that completely independent reviews like mine are worth 1,000 of the other ones. Now lastly, I want to talk about the next project that's coming up, which is a project rather than a review, but what a guy see it as a review, and that's this one, which is coming along pretty nice actually. You see that? This is a sister guitar to the blue Strat that I made a while ago. And I wanted to make a Telecaster that again is different than the Telecasters I've made before in many ways, but it's sort of partnered. And this one has, as you can see, a very nice neck. We'll talk about it all later. Some very strange things going on down here in the back and the rest of it, but that's going to be produced over the next few weeks. So if you want to see that, just keep your eyes on my channel or keep your eyes on TonyMckenzie.com, because there'll be a review of that. Well, a review, it's more of a rewrite about how it's built and what its specs are. So until then, rock and roll. And don't forget to check out those headphones. They really are cool, man.